Okay, now section 173. Define multiplicative inverses, or you call it inverse. Okay, by the way, these are identical. Reciprocal inverse both mean multiplicative inverses. Meaning you have a fraction, any number you can change into a fraction. And then fraction a over b, numerator, denominator, flip over, that fraction will be the inverse of each other. For the positive, for the negative, you see that? You have a negative, negative. Inverse that. The definition of multiplicative inverse meaning these two numbers multiply each other will be positive 1, will be 1. Negative 3 times maybe 1/3. So the same sign. Got to be the same sign in order to get a positive 1. That's the definition of multiplicative inverses. And also, you got to know that 0, any number you have multiplicative inverse, 0 doesn't have that. Because 0 times any number will not get you 1, will not be 1. So 0 doesn't have inverse. So now we get into our checkpoint 3. This is our textbook page number 72. We have 4 examples, very simple example. As you can see, whole number. You can change that whole number into a fraction just to make a denominator equal 1. So this A example, say 7 is 7 over 1. The multiplicative or reciprocal is 7 put here, 1 here. As you can see, multiply these two fractions. Just flip over, you'll get a 1. So that's answer A. B, 1/8 versus 8. A over 1, which is 8. That's multiplicative of 1/8. Negative 6, that's a C. Over 1, multiplicative is 6, 1. Again, this is negative, so that's negative. You count negative, negative. As a result, negative 1, 6. The last example, D, negative 7 over 13. So the result, the multiplicative, okay, put the arrow here, 13 here, 7 here, negative. Okay. Actually, in our previous assignment, we already have a mixed number. For example, 13 and 2/5. How do we get multiplicative inverse or reciprocal of this number? First step, change into improper fraction. Don't forget the sign. Denominator is 5, the whole number times 13 times the denominator, and then add to the numerator. So that's 65 plus 2, 67. Negative. Okay? This is equivalent to improper fraction, negative 67 over 5. So multiplicative inverse of this number is 5 here, 67 at the bottom. Keep the negative. Okay? That's how we find inverse.